Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ziggy from Shonen Origins, and today I want to talk about and do an overview of probably my favorite character. Come on, man. My favorite character in the game right now is MILIM. She is amazing. Once again, let me say she is amazing. I love everything about this character. Now, we're gonna in this overview, I want to go over her skills as I have on the right side, as you can see. I want to go over her best possible places in the game. We tend to separate the game by 4 places, right? It's the raids, the boss raids, the regular PvE and PvP. And I guess you could count maybe the boss missions that you do to get to the raid. So raids, boss missions, PvE, just regular PvE like farming, and PvP. And we're gonna talk about, where she sits in all those places, if I had to put like her in a tier in all those places, and also her abilities, and in my opinion, her best teams and stuff like that. So as you can see, I do have her at max level 70, 6-star. Now, obviously her CPs will be relocated. I don't have any gear on her at the moment. So there's been some discussion on what type of gear to put on her in the first place. Some people have been saying attack crit, or maybe crit and crit damage and crit. I would say possibly, in my opinion, the best thing you could probably put for her, I would put attack crit, because when she doesn't crit, I would say this is the one thing I don't like about her. When she does not crit, she doesn't hit very hard. She just doesn't. She does not hit that hard when she doesn't crit. So you definitely want her to crit, and she does have a high chance to crit, right? Her crit is right here. 83% chance to crit. Is that it? I think it is. No, I think that's penetration. Attack, defense. I think crit is right here, I believe. I think it's this one. It's either this one or this one. It's one of those two, but they're very high, as you can see. they're very high, as you can see. So that's how I feel about it. All right, so let's go over her skills, right? So she has a Firestorm. At level 1, it's 160% damage, applies Fatal. Now, if you don't know what Fatal is, Fatal adds 2 times crit damage. So when you add Fatal, it has 2. And so she has like 83% crit, and then it's times 2. So that's what makes her really good right there. And then at level 2 is 240%. And then at level 3 is 400% damage, plus still 2 times fate critical chance. Now this move can hit very hard, but like I said, the thing with this move, if you don't crit, right, and it's possible, I haven't, like, there's been times when I haven't crit, this move can hit kind of like a feather when it comes to her as a character. So definitely watch out for stuff like that. That's the only issue I found with her, but I've been mainly using her in PvP, definitely if you put the gear on her, you're probably gonna crit all the time. But in PvP, she's not gonna crit all the time, because I'm using her in gearless PvP. So watch out with it. The only thing, like I said, this move can hit very hard or get hit like a feather. So definitely watch out for that. And then we're going to our second ability. This is my favorite ability, and I thought this ability will hold her back, but I have come to love this ability, right? So inflict 60% damage to all enemies and seal ultimate attack. 60% damage to a single enemy and seal ultimate attack for 1 turn. 200% damage to a single enemy and seal ultimate attack for 1 turn. And then this one is 200% to all enemies. It becomes an AoE when it hits level 3 and seal ultimate attacks for 2 turns. Now, the reason I thought this will hold her back, but in PvE or raids, this is not gonna be that big of a deal. But in PvP, this move is such a big deal, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because right now the meta, people are using the ultimate gauge food. They're eating the ultimate gauge food so they can start off with like 3 ultimate gauge. Now, that can be very difficult. Now, you could stop them by petrifying, but because you're able to seal off ultimates, right? So say if I get 2 of these abilities, I could pick 2 people I could seal off their ultimate, right? So say if the team has Gother, King, Hellbrim, I am going to see, and I had 2 of these, the 2 people I'm gonna seal off is King and Gother, because she's not gonna get hit that hard by Hellbrim. And with Gother, you don't want Gother to get his ultimate off because he takes away ultimate gauge. And King hits like a tank on his ultimate. So I can kind of pick and choose who I want And I like that. I like this about it. This is actually one of my favorite abilities in the game. And I'd rather have this ability than something like how Merlin has, where she gets rid of the ultimate gauge. I'd rather just seal your ultimate attack. I find that very, very reliable. I find it more reliable than Merlin's ability, if you ask me. So this is definitely my favorite ability so far. And her ultimate, which comes into play a lot, right? So it does 350% damage to all enemies, applies denturation. I believe I forgot what denturation is. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sorry. I think what it is that I'm not sure. I don't even want to guess on it. But this move right here goes really hand in hand. No, I remember what it is. She gets like a 10%, a 15% attack boost for each ultimate gauge the opponent has when you hit them with this move, which comes in. So I see her crit for like 90k on her ultimate, which comes in really handy because if I seal them off, right, I'm not getting rid of their ultimate attack. They still have their ultimate attack. I'm just sealing it off, so they have their ultimate gauge, and then I use my ultimate attack. I'm getting all that extra damage because they still have their ultimate gauge. They still have a 5-bar ultimate gauge. So this ability, quick win, and then I feel like that's a made up. I didn't realize, but they just made that ability up for her. Cause I definitely wasn't in the game before. And detonation, is it detonation? Maybe, I don't know. Don't judge me. Detonation. They really go hand in hand. And then one of her best things about her was make sure this is like and Jericho has somewhat similar ability, right? Critical damage increases 8% for each skill used, stacks up to 10 times. So this is stack up to 80. To 80%. So with her passive also makes her really good. Now, I do want to talk about her teams, right? For PvP, I'm really talking about PvP when I talk about this. This is a team I've been using. You're probably gonna see in the video. Now I would say this is better. Now I would say this is definitely better. Now, one thing that's been going around, and it hasn't been confirmed, but a lot of people are speculating that is that, as we know, Leela, she has a passive where PvP's opponent's attack stat is down by 16%. Now, when she's definitely in the main rotation, that comes into play, and you take like little to no damage. But it hasn't been like, I feel like it does come into play when she's in the sub position, but it has not been confirmed yet. But I do feel like it comes in play, so having her right there also helps out really enough. But I think this is what you call it, MILIM's best team right here: King, Gother, and her. Right now, one thing I learned, and I didn't know, I learned this on Discord. When the character you have on the left side, you get more of their abilities than the characters you have on the right. So depending on how you want to use this team, you can decide whether you want to pick King right here and MILIM on this side. That's up to you. But the reason I like this, right? So the reason I was using this, right, because even if my opponent gets like 3 specials off, and then, right, I can even use her to pick and choose what specials I want, and then they're not going to hit that hard. Like Helbram and Gotha do not hit hard at all when it comes to King and MILIM because they have type advantage. And at the same time, you add Leela's passive, they hit like feathers when it comes to their ultimates, and it works out so well. Especially because that's what a lot of people are running, and then they eat the ultimate gauge so they can get their special out very early. And it's kind of like a safeguard just in case you don't get anything to cancel out their special. That's why I've been running this team. But this is probably your best bet here. Gother, you never go wrong with having Gother on your team. Being able to pick and choose when your enemy, being able to pick and choose, which abilities go up and which abilities don't, is just really, really helpful. So this is a team I've been using. Another team that could work also is Merlin, right? Merlin could definitely work. Now, I haven't tried this, and I don't want to try this because King is such a, I feel like even though Gother is the best unit in the game, I feel like you could get away with not having Gother in the main rotation, but I don't feel like you could get away with not having King, man, because he heals, the petrify, his ult does so much damage. It's just like, sometimes I go really like Gother all around is the best unit in the game, but I think King is the best PvP unit in the game and Gother is second. I don't know. I go back and forth on that, but I haven't tried this out. I kind of do want to try this out. Now, one thing I think will also be very nice is this. Now, I can't do it yet because my bond is just not up there yet. But this could be very good. I think this will be very good. Like I said, you probably don't want to lose out on King though, but this, I feel like I want to try that eventually once I get my King, once I get my bottom to a certain spot. I want to try a whole bunch of units, another Hellbrim there. I definitely want to try a whole bunch of things. I've been focusing, accessory necklaces, they're not exactly hard to come by as much as they do, because they do put up events for you to get them. But I have so many units that I have to like kind of pick and choose who I want to bring up to a level 70 and things like that. But as far as that, but this has been the team I've been running. I do like this team. I like it a lot. I might try this out actually also eventually, but I do like this. I do like this. Now, the only thing I would say, the weakness with this is that if you get a lot of Leela's abilities, that can definitely jam your team up, not getting what you need to get. So that could be kind of a negative thing. I was thinking of possibly thinking about messing with the rotation, putting her in the left and then pitting King in the middle. I don't know. I might do that in a PvP video. But yeah, this is just an overview for her. I didn't want the video to go too long. But this like I said, I just like she's becoming my favorite character. I do think she's SS tier for PvP. She can hit now. Like I said, you do need her crit, or she will hit like a feather. But her ability to seal attacks it's just amazing to me. It's just seal ultimate attacks is just so good. It's just so, and this can't be sealed by Gother because it's a debuff move. So it's just so good. But yeah, man, that's just my overview of the character. I do definitely think she's worth getting to a level 6-star. I mean, if you summoned her, you probably already know that she should be a level 76 star. But definitely, I think she's the better of the slime units. Now, you guys will say, oh man, you just hating because you couldn't get the other slime units. Possibly, yeah. But I do think she's the better of the slime units. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure to hit that sub button. If you guys want me to do another overview on a character, let me know at the bottom. I have almost every character in the game. I am missing some characters. Let's see. Let you guys have a look at my box. These are the characters I'm missing. I'm basically missing these this bond, which is a nothing bond. I'm not like, I don't care about missing her. This is a nothing Diane. Kung Fu Diane is nothing. I still have 19 days. Well, I still have 18 days to get these two slime units. So I'm gonna keep on trying my best to get them. But yeah, man. So yeah, it's been your boy Ziggy from Shonen Origins. Peace, deuces, all above.